I'm Luis. If you don't know that, I don't know why you're here.
Hello everyone, I'm Sherise. If you don't know that, don't know why you're here. I think we met the first day of orientation weekend. We were supposed to be neighbors in the hall. I was friends with the person I was supposed to room with, and then she introduced me to the neighbors, and then we became friends from there.
It would have been Valentine's Day, and I had swim practice, and so we had set up to go out for dinner. But I got out of swim practice early, and I went to my dorm, and I got dressed, and when I got dressed, I was like, "Where are you?" And she wasn't there. I don't actually remember where we ended up going, but I remember that I was pretty frustrated because she wasn't on time.
What was she doing?
I don't know. Oh, she was at a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, it was a pyramid scheme. Luis was texting me, and I was like, "Oh shoot, like I'm in trouble." And when he got to the restaurant, he was all angry.
Remember what you guys talked about?
No, we just sat in silence.
We did not. I didn't know that she was the one for like a long time. Later on, once I started like developing feelings for her, I was like, yeah, she could be like a really good girlfriend for me. And then I don't know that there was ever a moment where I thought she was the one, but I always knew that she was a really good partner to me.
I'm gonna say when we graduated from Kalu.
When you were separated.
Yeah, when we were separated, because like we really tried to work through it.
So you said yes to the proposal and you didn't even know I was the one?
No, I knew you were the one, but I mean, no.
That's scandalous.
No, No. I thought he was good looking, but I didn't think anything like, ooh, like look at him. Except for I was going back to the dorms to go hang out with them, and then Luis was decorating the wall with blue tape because it was like a contest. I just sat down there on the floor and I was talking to him, and then I saw his back and it was all shredded and cut, and I was like, wow, look at his back. And then I saw his you couldn't see his butt because he's wearing sweatpants. Like, wow, that's a big butt. And I'm like, ooh, he's cute. And I helped him put the blue tape, and we actually ended up winning that contest. Yeah. But that was like the start when I started to think, ooh, who's this guy?
I've told you this before, like I don't think the attraction to her was like immediately like physical. Like I was attracted to her like personality and like how she was.
Yes. Extra pineapple.
My biggest pet peeve recently is the Lemmys. Lemmy is the first word out of her mouth whenever we have to go do something. Is, hey, let's go to the movies. Okay, but first let me, and then she has to do a whole bunch of stuff, and then we end up being late to whatever. And it's like, let me do this, let me do that, and it's so frustrating. That's my biggest pet peeve.
Yeah, but you also like it. Because you laugh at it.
No, I don't. I love the fact that you're so ridiculous.
Oh, okay, wait, I know what my biggest pet peeve is. I save the best part for last. So I'll be eating my ice cream or eating whatever. I save the best piece, and that's when he wants to eat it. And he takes all of it.
I want to change my biggest pet peeve. My biggest pet peeve is when she takes so long to eat her food and then gets mad at me for eating it at the end. She'll leave the perfect part right at the end on her plate, and then she'll talk to me, tempting me to eat it. Definitely me.
No. Yeah, right.
I wash dishes, I clean the kitty litter, I clean the rug, I mop the floors, I clean the table.
This is true.
I do all that stuff.
I put the couches together.
No, okay, you do that stuff.
Yeah.
But not
so-
as often as me.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I do.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Okay.
Unedited. Don't even say it. You just say nothing.
It comes really easy.
Well, I don't know if it's like your determination, I don't know if that's the right word, to be fit and be healthy and also be smart. Just kidding.
I work really hard.
Yeah, let's come back to that. I'll add some more.
I think independence is something that I've seen grow in her a lot, and I think it's a really attractive trait that she can do like stuff on her own and just be her own person and like really take control of all of her things, like in terms of teaching, in terms of like taking care of all of her kids, watching me do chores around the house. It's nice because she doesn't do chores.
Yeah. Luis drove over. He came to one of my friend's birthday parties, and then after that, Luis and I just went and got dinner at Denny's, and then after that, we went back to my house, my family's house. I was walking up the front porch. I was turning the key, and then all of a sudden I hear Sherise, and I'm like, what? And so I turn around, and Luis is standing there with the ring.
Did he have hair?
Yeah, he had hair. I just said yes, and then.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah. That's what I said. Are you?
serious?
Oh yeah, that's what I said. Are you serious? Are you serious? And then you're like. Thank you everyone for coming to our wedding. Obviously, if you're here, you mean a lot to us, and you were a part of, like, you saw our relationship grow.
We picked our guest list specifically if you knew us as a couple. At any point in our relationship, if you know Sherise and me together, like that's why you're here.
So basically, all my bridesmaids, they're all Louisville girls. Kayla is a year younger than me, but it always felt like we were in the same class. We just get each other, and she's like my sister. We would go get ice cream, and we'd eat a lot of ice cream. We were laughing so much that it seemed like we were drunk, but we were only in high school, and it was like after school. Every time we see each other, it's like as if we never lost touch. Like we just keep on going, and we like understand each other, and we always have fun. Yeah, I love you, Keela. Wendy, you have always been there for me too, and we always are just laughing. Also met in Louisville. She was a year younger than me too. We met. It was so random. You and I met like after school. We were both waiting to get picked up because we always stayed there until 5 o'clock. We just started talking to each other, and then we became really close. We'd always go out and eat. Yeah, it's just, I love being with you, and yeah, you make me so happy. Rita, she's been with me since freshman year. She's the best. She always makes things so fun, and like we've been through so many things together in all our classes. Well, I would always play with her hair, and then like so many things happen, like little things, and then you would just like, oh my gosh. Like little things, and they became like such like it was just so funny watching you, because you're so funny. You're like my best friend, and oh yeah, I love you. Lacey. Okay, so I've known Lacey since middle school, and she's been like another big sister for me, and she like also knows everything. Like whatever I tell Atikar, she knows too. When Luis and I first started dating and we weren't together yet, and she was like one of the first people to know, and she was just like celebrating with me. But Lacey is the best. You will always make me laugh. You make everyone laugh, and I love you, Lacey. Alright, Atikara, you're my sister. You know that. Everybody knows that.
That's it. Thank you.
But I love you, Edgar. We just get each other. Really, you've been there for me all the time. All the time. We do crazy things together. We talk nonsense to each other, but we just get each other. Whenever we go shopping, what we gotta do? Oh, the paycheck. A whole paycheck. It's just for Atakar. Your only Atakar is gonna get that. I'm sweating. But yeah, just thank you for everything that you do for me. Like, you were in all of like my major life events. Like, you've been there to help me and like guide me and just help me like not stress out and stuff. And yeah, I love you.
To the boys, thank you guys for being there. I know not all of the boys got to be groomsmen, but if you're a boy, you know you're a boy. Dustin, like, you know how much you mean to me. Like, you are like another brother to me, and we've been through a lot. I don't have to go through it all for you to know that you are really special to me. From lying down in the hammocks and talking like everything to almost getting hit by a car with Bush, all of that. Chris is like this model of cool and like level-headed. And he, like, I always used to like, okay, am I going too crazy? Like, look at how Chris is, and you were kind of like my buoy, I guess, to keep me always center. I don't know if you knew that, but that's how I used you. Saul is obviously out training to be Top Gun right now, and if he makes it to be Top Gun, I mean, I'm super, super proud of him. We met in middle school, like Dustin, and we've really just grown to be super, super close friends. We don't have to talk for a long time, and we just know everything. Alfonso, you are always right here on my nerves, just so close. But still, I mean, I hold you close and I value you as a friend. You would give me advice, unsolicited, bad advice, but you were there. You were giving advice. I think that you are a really good pick for groomsmen because you really do know us as a couple, regardless of your skewed views on relationships. Nicolo, no, it's fine. I can say everything to you. Since you're right behind the camera, it'll be even easier. I mean, you are like another brother to me, right? And I see you very close. In the same way that I've grown up with your family, you've kind of grown up as part of mine. I'm super happy that you'll be joining our path together, and more importantly, definitely more importantly than you, it's me. That you'll be part of my life as well now too.
I don't know what I would do without you. When we were in middle school, elementary school, like, it was awesome, like, having you there, because it was like, oh, this is my brother, like, and sometimes I'd be like, don't mess with him, like, he's my brother, but then he's just like, oh, he's so cool, he's my brother. Like, sometimes I talk your ears off because I'm telling you too much, but you're so understanding, and yeah, I love you, Nicola.
I have to think carefully about my words, because in the same way that hopefully I made Sherise cry during the vows, I can make you cry now, because you're a little baby too. We grew a lot as brothers recently, really recently, within the last, 3 to 4 years. Obviously I used to be the big brother, and I used to like always bash on you and be like, Adrian, like, get your life together, like, let's go. Now I don't have to do that at all. You've grown into such a strong man, and I'm super excited and extremely lucky to have you as a brother. And like in Pacific Rim, they have the two brothers the two people that have to do that mind connection to be it. I know that you and I are always have the same thoughts. We are like extremely bonded more than anyone else. You and I share a mind, and I think that is super powerful. I love you. I love all of my groomsmen, and I love all of my friends. Thank you.
Lady and gentlemen. They're the best. They're really, we've had a lot of pets growing up from our families, and oh my gosh, I'm gonna start crying before my pets.
It goes, ladies and gentlemen, bridesmaids.
The parents are like...
No, but really, like, oh, this is so stupid. But like, for my family and for his family, Lisa's family, like, we've grown up with a lot of pets, and like I love each and every one of them, and like I cry every time one goes, like with Bush and like with other pets. But like lady and gentlemen are actually like our babies, and and they're the best. Like they complement each other so well, lady. And yeah. If I'm crying like this, it's gonna be worse.
To my parents, obviously I love you two more than like almost anything. This is the only thing that I probably love more than you guys. And then, yes, this knee right here is the best knee. To my dad, like the way all my thoughts process, like really the way I think and how I look at the world is very much modeled after how you taught me to think. And not so much taught me as in this is how you think, but showed me this is how you think. And then to my mom, my sense of humor is almost entirely yours. I have grabbed everything that I know about funny, because I definitely didn't grab it from dad. I grabbed it from mom. Everything that I know about funny comes from you, and how to be warm and how to be loving. Not that dad isn't, but dad isn't. And like all of that I learned from you, and how to be a better person, and anything that when it comes to any like insecurities that I have about myself, I can always go to you and know that, hey, this is like a grounded person. Both of you. I can go to both of you. You're both really grounded, and you guys are some of my best friends. Like there's no other way to put it at this point. So thank you.
So mommy and daddy, I love you guys. There's so many things that I can say. Just thinking about it from the beginning, you guys have always been there for me. When it came to, like, we played basketball all our lives, and like you guys always came out there to support us. And like from daddy leaving work early, or mom leaving like work early, or to come to see our games and cheer us on. Not a lot of people get to say that their parents were there for them and support them that much. You guys always know how to make me laugh, and I mean, you guys also know when I get attitude and how to deal with that attitude. I have dreams where things happen and I just bawl my eyes out and thinking that something has happened to you guys, and I don't know what. Why did I say that? We've been through so much, and you guys have like helped me grow and become who I am, and now we just like really understand each other, and you guys have been there for me, and yeah, I love you. Luis, you know me better than anyone, but sometimes people think of me as like this person that's like, oh, she's so sweet, she's so cute, like she can never do anything wrong. But I've done things like that I'm not proud of, or sometimes I think things that like aren't so nice, and like I was putting myself in difficult situations, and I was just getting myself in trouble. Like I was on a tank, but you went there and you came there to save me. I was about to like fall off the bridge, and you jumped and you caught me. And we're together. Every day is so much fun with you. We laugh nonstop, like every day that we're always crying tears of laughter. When we didn't live with each other yet, like you would have to go somewhere or you have to go back home, like I would start crying because it was like, no, my other half, my person is like you're always there to support me, and you always see the best in me, even when I can't see the best in myself. But yeah, I love you, and I really can't wait to spend the rest of our lives together.
To Sherise, it's really hard to put into words what you add to my life. You've been with me through really important periods of my time, in bad times and good times, and that's not to say that we've seen all the bad times or we've seen all the good times. We've grown up together, and I couldn't have asked for a better person to grow up with, because you are like my everything. I think I've just become a better person by knowing you. You have just this tenacity about you, and this like unrelenting spirit that really keeps me in check and is able to endure me, which is pretty difficult, I would say. In the realest sense, I love everything about you. from what you look like to how you are. And and we've said it in even this filming, like, I fell in love with who you are, and who you are is super important to me. The more I make you cry today, the better. I love seeing you cry, and not in a bad way. I just think it's the cutest thing. Your mouth gets all little and smaller, and then you start crying, which is my favorite. I love seeing you cry. I'll say what I need to say to you when we're alone and when we have time to ourselves, and I will always say it to you, and I love you very, very much. I mean, I can say almost anything and she'll laugh, and that makes me feel good, so that's why I stay around it for a long time.
She's the biggest fan.
Yeah, exactly. If I had to describe Sherise as an animal, she'd be a hamster. So just this big hulking hamster, but it's still so small and just so full of personality. And then you'd have to stuff it with as many seeds as you can. It's just full. Its cheeks are just packed full of seeds. That's what Sherise is. Maybe some chipmunk, but definitely a rodent.
Tremendous.
That's not an animal.